Stewart, New York City.
Stewart, welcome.
Shauna, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Shauna, welcome.
Pat Davis, Atlanta.
Pat Davis, welcome.
Thank
Gina
you.
Miller in Philadelphia.
There's someone from Philadelphia, welcome.
Mafus, Brandon, what's going on? Mafus from Lower Maryland. How's it going?
Welcome.
What's happening? Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Tony Pinkston from Philadelphia.
Tony from Philly. Mr. Pinkston, welcome.
Muhammad Abdurrahim, Philadelphia.
Muhammad, welcome. Answer talk.
Yeah, Simone too.
All right, all right.
How you doing, Brandon? It's Darnell from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Darnell, what's happening, Darnell?
How you doing?
Who else do we have?
Sharita from Nashville.
Sharita, welcome.
Jacqueline Briggs out of Florida.
Jacqueline, I was trying to get your attention. I'm like, your mic is hot. Yeah.
Tracy Kubish via
Tracy.
Atlanta, Mississippi, and Jersey.
Atlanta, Mississippi, and Jersey. Welcome, Tracy.
All right.
Shane West, Chicago, Illinois.
Shane West, welcome, welcome. Who else do we have on the line?
Lorna here from Hanford, California.
Lorna from, wait, what part of California?
Hanford.
Yeah, where is that?
It's we're close to Fresno.
Oh, okay. You're up Northern California. Well, Midwest California.
About central.
Central, yeah, right. North of Santa Barbara.
Right.
Gotcha. Who else do we have on the line?
Hey, Brandon, Stan Williams from Tampa.
All right, Stan, welcome.
Sir, thank you.
Anybody else?
Jenna Jones from Ohio.
Jenna, welcome from Ohio. All right. Jeris Coleman will be probably just a couple of minutes late, so I am going to go ahead and get it started. And this is our special, well, I can't call it a Wednesday night. I don't know exactly what day we're going to do this on consistently, but we're going to start a new series, part of the Crypto Talk, where it's going to be me and Jeris that come on live, and we'll have others as well. I know I do want to interview Albert Thomas, because Albert,
Oh my God.
something in place today. Barbara, your mic is lit. So after you guys say hello, make sure you mute yourselves out. All right, I see Fabian on here. So Albert, in fact, I'll just his text to me, and then we're going to interview him because he did something that I always talk about, using Tether. I took 1.93 Bitcoins into Binance, turned it into USD Tether, 2.1 Bitcoin. I feel so proud of myself. So if you know what he did there, before the market dropped, he had moved his coins out of Bitcoin into Tether. And then when the market dropped, he bought back into Bitcoin. Now he has more Bitcoin than he had before, and he still has the same value as before. That is a little trick of the trade that I don't know why people haven't figured out. But anyways, this is our Crypto Talk. As a disclaimer, we are not licensed financial advisors to be giving financial advice. Please give opinions, share our suggestions, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision you want to move into. Now, if you have open mics, I can mute you up myself. LG style. Let me make sure I just mute all. That way, so Jeris can come in. He can unmute himself. So 4 rules I live by in the crypto space. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 3, always get your return on investment back as fast as possible. And rule number 4, where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What are you willing to do to make it happen? Find a vehicle like KGX. Make a decision, take action, and remain focused on it. Do not get distracted. There's so many things out there that can distract you in this space. You have limited resources. Now, this is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk. And that is the most that we can ask for. So anyways, this series that I'm going to be doing with Mr. Coleman, we're going to be talking about live trades. We're going to talk about the crypto industry. We're going to talk about what's going on with us, what we're doing with the company, what you guys can be doing to make some money, more importantly, trading, and opening up the forum for you guys to ask questions. So this is kind of like a community feedback with us, and we're happy to do that and get a chance to connect. Sometimes you all may not be able to make it out to a Bitcoin boot camp and ask questions. So we're going to make sure that you have access to ask these questions on this type of a forum. I'm going to do some screen sharing because I'm going to train a little bit again on trading. My focus has turned back to not actually doing day trading, but on knowing how to do these day trades. And I'm going to be doing periodical trading. So first, let's look at the market. What is the market telling us? And Jeris, if you're on, I don't know if you're coming on your phone or on your computer. Make sure you unmute yourself to let me know, or shoot me a text so I'll know. All right, let's look at what the market's doing right now. Current market cap, 121 billion. That's kind of where it was this morning, right? 121. But Bitcoin's dominance is at 54.2%, which means there's Jeris. What's going on, Jeris?
Hey, what's going on, Brandon? Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can. I can hear you and I can see you.
Okay, let me see. All right.
All right, do me a favor. Mute yourself out for a second. I want to show them a couple of things, and I'm going to bring you back on, and we're going to do our thing.
You got it.
All right, so you guys see the crypto market cap, 54.2% dominance. We got Bitcoin's at 37.77, down 3.9%. All the coins are still in the red, but not as much as they were earlier this morning. Let's look at the 24-hour gain. We've got, all right, we've got 27% Factum, Polymap. That when we saw that Paragon coin, that had to be some kind of an error or a glitch. Why it was up 1,000%, and then it went down to like 7% in a matter of seconds. Let's see, anything significant here? Dogecoin, Binance Coin is up. DAI, Bitcoin SV. All right, as far as the worst performers over the last 24 hours, we have DEX, Wave, Eternity, Ravencoin Maker, Theta Token, Ion, Tezos, Red Coins. There's a whole bunch of coins here. Bitcoin Cash is negative 10%, double digit. And UNDX is negative 9%. All right, so I'm going to bring Jeris on. We're going to do some talking, and then later I'm going to come back to the screen share and actually show, I'm going to do a live trade and show you guys the results of what we've done in a couple of days. Let me stop the share screen. All right, Mr. Coleman.
Hey, what's going on, Brandon?
Hey, man, why is it every time I'm looking at you, you're looking more and more like you came straight from the hilltop of Wakanda? What's up?
Man,
what's up? Your full beard and everything's coming in.
I know, I don't, I'll just say this. I'm trying a new method. There's like some beard oil I've been using for the last few months. So I'm like really trying to get my beard real thick and full and grow it really, really big. So, I just got on this, on this movement. You know what I'm saying?
Are you trying to be like James Harden now from the Houston Rockets?
No, I won't get it that big. I won't grow it that, but I'll get it, just a little bit more where it's at and just keep it clean and polished. When it grows, like when it's stubble, like when you first start growing the beard, it's like, itchy and you don't like to grow it. But once you get to this level, it doesn't feel like you really even have it. So
well, I'll tell you, I say that out of jealousy because I didn't start growing facial hair till I was like 25, and I can't grow a beard to save my life. So So let's go ahead and get started. Jeris, I want to share with everybody, how you got into crypto in the first place. What brought you to trading, and why you fell in love with it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I do apologize for the music in the background, but I'll, make do because I was on the road here. But, in a nutshell, what got me into the cryptocurrency space, it was about 2.5 years ago. I had a few friends that were already in Forex trading and cryptocurrency as well. And I was just closing down my wholesale business back in Houston. And, I had some money that I just can't, with closing the business down, I was taking a sabbatical. And I asked a friend, I said, hey, I got a sum of money. What should I do with this sum of money? And his advice was I take about $10,000 of it and buy Bitcoin, which I think Bitcoin at the time was about $700 a coin. 3 Christmases ago.
2016.
Ethereum was about $9 a coin. And so, I didn't think anything of it other than what he said was, and because I didn't understand fully, I was like, okay, that's cool. And I kept saying to myself, I'm going to do it, but I never did it. So 6 months rolled around, and then, I go and look at the market cap, and I realized that Bitcoin had jumped to like $3,000 a coin, and Ethereum jumped up to like $330 a coin. So what hit me was, and I realized that if I had listened to him and I had invested and I took 20K and bought I'd have bought with the 20K, if I'd have listened to him at the time, I'd have been able to buy around the $9 mark of Ethereum, about 22,000 cryptocurrency Ethereums. I know, right? And and then Bitcoin, I would have been able to buy, I don't know, it was like $700 a coin. I'd been quite a few, but the whole 6 month period, if I would have listened just on Ethereum alone, it would have been like almost $2 million. Because it jumped up so high, and then it even went up to $1,000, $1,300 a coin at its primal height. So then that's what, that was the beginning, because you had already been looking at cryptocurrency prior for a while, but I was already starting to hit you up because I had another friend, Rodrigo. He did good with Bitcoin, but we both, because you just came out of a company situation. We were starting our loan business. We were trying to put things together, going through that stress. Remember that, we had that big deal down in
Belize.
Belize, man, that'd put us, man, we'd have made a couple of $1 million on that deal if we'd have closed that.
We wouldn't be on this call right now.
No, we wouldn't. No, we would have taken that money, and because we now know, and we would have dumped a ton of that money into, we'd have probably had a whole bunch, because part of the deal was we was going to get an apartment, like they were going to give us an apartment if we closed it, like each one of us. Anyways, long story short, yeah. So I'm just, we both been going back and forth and hashing, and I thought cryptocurrency before was Bitcoin was a network marketing company, and then when we both started digging into it, you knew more than I did at the time, but when I really started digging into it, I kept bothering you. I'm like, hey, B, man, I had this homeboy, he's making bank with this, and you're like, I know about it, but you're like, man, I'm just focused on trying to get, and Body Pro and everything else, and and finally we both said, you know what, if we're gonna do this, let's get into this and let's learn this education, and we both went into it, and that's why we've always been connected as friends, but that's why like you and I have been so connected with this space, because now that we understand it and we see it, and we see the potential, not just it's not even, Brandon, it's past potential. It's like, I'm in the city of Port. What's that?
It's already here. I mean, there's nothing that can stop it.
Dude, you tell me.
When you're saying you're there in Portland, what are you saying?
Well, I mean, just being in the city of Portland here's a trip, because Portland's a pretty progressive city. And, like I'm sitting in this Starbucks right now, and, being in most cities and most people are today's day and age, millennials, whatever. But Portland's a very big millennial city. You got a lot of tech companies here, etc. And you have IBM, you have Intel out here where I'm at. And I do I'll for networking and make a little money. I do Uber and Lyft, and I pick up a lot of those people in that area, and I talk to them. And it's funny because a lot of them now, they actually know a lot about blockchain technology, but it's funny when I talk about Bitcoin, they're like, oh, but when I talk about blockchain, they're like, yeah, oh yeah, that's it. But see, you and I both know it's like you can have blockchain without crypto, but they both are hand in hand.
Especially if it's we saw this at the Blockchain Expo when a guy said that about the difference between blockchain and separated from Bitcoin. If you have blockchain without crypto, it's not the blockchain, because the blockchain is decentralized. Taking crypto out of it makes it centralized, so it's no longer blockchain. It's just a different form of a ledger. Exactly.
So they really do one needs the other, and so the cryptocurrency part of many, just like the GreenX project, and this is Brandon. I mean, I know you get this, but this is actually where my head is going with this too. What you're saying, if you think about this education, anybody right now, the field is open to become professional in this space, which means you can either create a career out of this and get ahead of it, or you can be behind it, not just on the investment side, but the technology and talking about it, because not many people and companies know about it, and look at what you're doing. Brandon, what you have built on yourself by the Bitcoin brand, you already have and had and will have a lot of different entities and individuals, and it's Echelon's gonna grow as you build your name, including myself, of people that are wanting to know more about this crypto space and more about this cryptocurrency. We'll move a little bit to a better location. More and more people are wanting to know more about this cryptocurrency. And so what I guess I'm saying to you is more jobs are going to be lost over the next 5 and 10 years because of automation. Bitcoin and the blockchain will help with that, with AI technology and blockchain technology, recording, autonomous. Next 10 years, especially with the robots and the technology around AI technology coming out, even Elon Musk is a little bit afraid of it. We look at, think about it, Brandon, we look at Terminator, we watch all these movies, we think it's funny. But the reality is that it's a snapshot of what is to come. And I'm not trying to say Terminator stuff, but the reality is that AI technology is already here. We call it Alexa. We call it Siri. Alexa, turn this on. Siri, give me the the technology space is completely here. A Tesla just passed by. That car can pretty much drive itself. In Denver,
I gotta stop you on that one.
No. Go ahead. I'm just going off. Go ahead.
I was talking to Bouger the other day, right? Because she's got a Tesla, and in LA there was a story. This guy got arrested because he was drunk driving and he fell asleep in his car in his Tesla, and he programmed the Tesla to take him home, and he fell asleep, and the car's driving down the road to its destination on autopilot. And they pull up to him, the car's still driving, they're trying to get his attention, he's knocked out asleep. They had to literally pull in front of the Tesla and start to slow down to stop the car. But the fact that, I said, if I was Tesla, I would find a way to make a commercial out of that. Dude, knocked out drunk, and the car was driving him home. Technology.
Somebody said he should be paying attention even with, and I agree with that. The technology. We have in Model X mode, and we use autopilot. Yeah, somebody.
You gotta pay attention. You still got to pay attention. But the fact that the technology is
exactly
is here. It's not. What was that? Remember that Will Smith movie? I think it was iRobot. That technology is here now. The blockchain is now connecting it all together. The vehicles are going to be able to communicate with each other as they're going down the street, so that they can navigate. Especially if you're a truck driver and you're driving across the country. Imagine those things being automated. There's a whole new world with this.
And that's the trip too, because like what you're saying there is, like in Detroit, Domino's Pizza is doing a pilot program, and it's working fine. But and there's a few other places too where they are sending these Ford Focuses or Fusions, and they're delivering. It's like a full. Have you seen that before? Like they.
Yeah, I saw the dude. He was in front of his house and he was recording, and he lives in a cul-de-sac, and you see the car turn down his street, comes around right in front of the house. The window opens. Well, he puts in a code. The window opens up, and it pushes out the pizza. He takes the pizza.
So you're telling me that a pizza job, which you think would be safe, is in jeopardy. No, it's in jeopardy.
Yep.
So I mean, again, and this is where the blockchain, to me, I mean, that people can't put the picture together, but and the more and more, and I posted in a group about the vision of the future. And I'm going to keep stressing on that, what the future is going to look like. And we can go into talk about coins and all that, what happened at Paragon today as well. But there's so many different facets, Brandon, as you already know. You were just at the Santa Monica or Santa Clara event. There's so many different facets about cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and what it's going to do. We don't even understand the full potential, but you and I understand, not just on the investment side, but that blockchain is here, and we're at the beginning of it. And when Brandon says it's not a belief that Brandon's going to be. I mean, I'm not saying this statement for you, Brandon, but I'm going to say it, and it's not about being boastful. But does Brandon, Jeris, or anybody on here have a potential of being a billionaire? I'm going to say billionaire means really nothing, but I'm going to say yes, because if you pay attention, it's only those who are going to pay attention to what's going on, and not just what's going on, but participate, learn it, actually trade on it. You can talk about the lotto, but if you don't